Hey, you should choose randomly three parts in the IELTS speaking forecast file that I gave you.
Absolutely. I'll choose the topics randomly for all three parts, just like in a real test. Let's get started. Great, let's begin. So, can you please tell me your full name?
My full name, you can call me Frank.
Thanks, Frank. It's nice to meet you. Now let's get started with part one. I'm going to ask you a few questions on some familiar topics. First, let's talk about leisure activities. What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Uh, well, I'm into playing basketball and playing video games in my free time. Whenever I just have a time for it, I often go for a short break, a short match with my friends at my school stadium, where I can gather and just have some competitions with my friend. At the end of the day, I will feel relaxed, and it's a great way to unwind after a hard-working day of studying, as well as playing video games at night, where we can share funny moments playing games, especially shooting games, which helps us strengthen the bonds with each other.
That sounds like a great mix of physical activity and a bit of relaxation with friends. Thanks for sharing that. Now let's go on to the next question. Do you prefer spending your free time indoors or outdoors?
I'm not a big fan of indoors time, as I find outdoor activities are more attractive to me, because when I am exposed to sunlight, I feel a lot more energetic, since it is some kind of dopamine boost. So to me, that's the reason why in the previous question I prefer to play basketball rather than just sitting at home just like a couch potato. Yeah.
Absolutely, that makes perfect sense. It sounds like you really enjoy that burst of energy you get from being outdoors. Let's move on to the next part of the test. Now we'll go to part two. I'm going to give you a topic and you'll have 1 minute to prepare. Then you should speak for about 1 to 2 minutes. I'll tell you when to start and when to stop. Your topic is describe a time when you received money as a gift. You should say who gave it to you, when you received it, what you did with it, and how you felt about it. You have 1 minute to prepare. Take your time, and then you can start when you're ready.
Can you please repeat the question in this IELTS speaking part 2, please?
Of course, I'll repeat it for you. Your topic is describe a time when you received money as a gift. You should say who gave it to you, when you received it, what you did with it, and how you felt about it. Take a moment to think, and then you can begin when you're ready.
Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about an occasion when I received money as a very big gift from my grandparents, which was lucky money, well, which is also called lisi in Vietnam. Um, Whenever there is Tet holiday, my family often goes to Hue province where my grandparents are accommodating in. Um, and the time when we arrived in Hue province, we usually gather around on the first day of Lunar New Year. And for the tradition of Vietnamese culture, in the Vietnamese tradition, the adults, especially those who are very wealthy and very up to date with themselves. Sorry, can I start over my speaking again?
Of course, no problem at all. You can definitely start over. Take a moment, gather your thoughts, and then begin again whenever you're ready. Just take your time and feel free to start now.
Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about an occasion when I received a lot of money as a gift from my grandparents, which was when I traveled to my hometown in the central of Vietnam. And that time, that was during Tet holiday. If my memory serves me right, that was about 3 years ago when I was in the first year of university. Back in the day, we were celebrating the first day of Lunar New Year because in Vietnamese tradition, we usually follow the lunar schedule, lunar calendar, sorry, and which that was the time when all the family members gather in the lounge, and we gave each other the best wishes. And after the children, including me, gave the wishes for the adults, I received lucky money from my grandparents, well, and which is a symbol of fortune and luck. When receiving the gift from my grandparents, I was extremely grateful. I was like over the moon because finally at that time I could get a hand to my dream electronic equipment, which was PS5 at the time. Well, I have always dreamed of getting a PS5 to entertain myself, and when I got it, I can feel a sense of rewarding and grateful as well because it helps me a lot in terms of relaxing myself after intense studying schedule.
That's a wonderful story, and you did a great job describing it. It really sounds like that gift of lucky money was both meaningful and practical for you, especially being able to get something you'd wanted for a long time. Now let's move on to part 3. We'll talk a bit more about the topic of money in general. In part 3, let's discuss some broader questions about money. First, why do you think people often prefer to receive money as a gift rather than a physical present?
Well, first, I think it really depends on personal preference. I cannot stand for all the people in Vietnam or in the world. However, from my observation, when you receive money in cash or via banking or I don't know, whatever it is, when you receive a direct money, you may have a better liquidity compared to a gift, such as cars or like bikes, eventually motorbikes, which you cannot sell right away in a short amount of time. Compared to receive money, you can buy everything you want, and that's when the second reason intervenes in. Well, when you have money, you can buy whatever you want, and which pique your interest. To me, I often spend my lucky money from my grandparents in Tet holiday for a short trip to Dalat to travel around. It's to recharge my battery. Yeah, that's all.
Absolutely, that's a great point. Money does give that flexibility and liquidity, as you said, and it's nice that can choose exactly what they want or even save it for an experience like a trip. All right, let's move on to another question. Do you think that giving money as a gift is becoming more common nowadays compared to the past?
Oh yes, well, just like the previous questions, I believe that people are giving direct money instead of gifts because it's liquidity. It's very fast to sell, to consume that gift instead of just a physical one. I mean, but I do know that giving away gifts um, can be more custom, can be more personally customized, and it brings valuable emotional value, sorry, to the receiver, right? Which cannot be expressed by giving direct money.
Absolutely, and that's a very balanced view. Giving money is definitely becoming more common because of its convenience, but you're right that a personalized gift can sometimes carry a unique emotional value that money can't always replace. All right, that concludes your part 3 discussion. You did a fantastic job throughout the test. So just to wrap up, I'd say overall you're performing at about a band 7.5 to 8 level. Your fluency, vocabulary, and grammar are all very strong, and your answers were detailed and well structured. Just remember this is a practice estimate, and official scores might vary, but you're definitely on the right track. Keep up the great work.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
What's this?